What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Ford Hour. We are here in Snohomish, Washington today, and we are here at the home of the Delfels. You guys might remember this awesome truck. You might remember this dude right here. What's up, Brian?
Oh, you know, this is spending one of our last good days of the summer.
So I figured we've never made like a full tour where you actually showed us like everything you got here. That's yours, at least. You want to tell them?
Yeah, I got several. You know,
first, who are you?
I'm Brian. I go by Brian Delfel on Instagram, and this is kind of my Ford addiction. It's been going on for years.
Have you always been a Ford man? You look pretty Dentside heavy over here. Tell me the story.
Well, I started off as one of them dang heart attack of America Chevy guys to realize that first thing they break down a lot and they have no resale value, so I bought a Ford. And it just never ended, and that's been about 40 years now.
How many do you think you've had in the last 40 years?
Well, back in around when Kyle was born, so 34 years ago, I was actually a car dealer, and I specialized in Dentside, mostly F26s, rarely anything else, and 5, 6, 7, 800, maybe more, I don't know.
So you've been doing these since they're brand new.
Yes,
so
have you
ever stopped doing them?
Yes, I stopped for a long time.
Okay.
Yes, I did. So
what year range did you, were you heavy in it, and then when did you stop and get back into it?
I was super heavy into it in the mid 80s through the mid 90s, and then I got completely 100% out of it. Didn't have a thing, zero. And I played with my Mopars. And I did that for a long time until unfortunately everybody wanted to get out their Galen Gouvier numbers book. And of course that ticked me off in no time. So
starting to get that way in the Fords.
Oh, I know. Trust me, do I know. Now we got the Marty report.
Yep.
And I hate to say it, but in my opinion, it's good for toilet paper. And other than that, if you're going to use it, who cares?
Right. I mean, you've got probably a 1 of 177 F26 right there, huh?
Yeah. And yeah, sure do, with a different number on it. So that's great. And I don't mind.
I love that.
Not trying to impress nobody with it either, as far as what it used to be or what it is now.
Are we, I know you pretty much have a story for whatever's in here that's yours. Let's show them a little bit of the yard. Everybody always likes to hear stuff. Even if it's a Dodge, we could tell them if it's cool.
So I've owned that car since I was 17 years old. And that's
what is it exactly for people that might not know?
Well, it's a 68 Dodge Dart GTS, if it shows right there on the trunk. And it's original 340, 727, buckets console, factory disc brake car.
Damn.
Kind of a rare longitude stripe. Usually they're tail stripes. And I've owned that car since it was beautiful, and it surely isn't no more, but it will be again. That's on my list of high priorities.
It's
getting old.
How do you want to do it? Should we start from this side and just kind of weave our way through? You talk about the things you like? This way.
So from here, these are just...
Oh, we need to tell you guys. So we're not talking about any of Kyle's stuff. So
when I kind of block it out, that's not mine.
Yeah.
Usually if it has a dent side, it's mine, but not every time, but almost every time.
Well, that's a good way to judge them. So
just junker collection. This row here, kind of just junkers and beaters, parts trucks.
Do you sell this stuff? Tell us.
If people need parts, I love to see a guy use his truck.
Okay.
I personally don't like to sell parts to a guy to bring them home and put them in his collection, because I already have a collection. I'll keep them in mind.
Right.
If he's taking it home to put on his truck so he can use it, I can't wait to help him out.
So if somebody sees a part on a truck during this video and they need it, hit you up.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay. And what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Call me or...
Do you want to tell them your number?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yep. Phone number is 425-877-0805.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start showing them some of the cool stuff.
This is, even though it looks rougher than heck, and it is, it's a 76 XLT, black. If it was washed, it wouldn't look quite as bad, but it's still a beater for sure.
Oh yeah, that tailgate is gone.
Yeah, look at that one. The bed floor is just the same. So I'm prepping it to go to the next life.
Okay, so it's getting ready to just all
hit the next life, yep.
Perfect.
There are plenty of parts I'm taking off.
Yeah.
This one chassis here is a F26. They had a Dana 60 in it. The only reason I brought it home is because of that damn Dana 60.
Scoop that out of
which
there.
Found a nice new home over there in red.
Oh, that's the exact one.
Yep,
Okay.
that's the one.
This one looks like it probably also had one, huh?
This one here, no, that's an F-150. So that one, as you see, a tree landed on the roof and pretty much ruined it.
Ouch.
I bought it because it's a short bed, and it was, I buy them if they're, makes sense to me.
Right.
You know? And there's a donor car for the GTS to work over that thing. Another donor. And then I've got my completely beater crew cab 77. And it's really got a bad roof. You open the door and look up and you can see the sky for sure.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's terrible. Terrible. I'm sure you probably saw worse, but I'll tell you, I haven't much. Yeah.
This thing's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just a parts truck. That actually is not one of my fleet, but it was I've got, believe it or not, the collection's kind of hard to decipher through, but this blue one here is a Lariat F-250 78, and then the silver one, unfortunately, probably shouldn't be left for dead. That's an actual 79 F-350 pickup XLT, and it's AC, red interior, silver as you can see.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Pretty.
I wish I was younger with more ambition. I would not let it go.
Couple of good cabs.
This is the cab from the 76 XLT highboy across the driveway there.
Okay.
Here's another 76 highboy donor truck, just parts. And it's clearly pretty darn rough. But
Man,
has a lot of good, you know,
it's always so nice. A lot of people don't understand, but it's good to have a yard like this because it's random stuff. You're fixing up a good truck and you just need this stupid thing. You walk out here and you find a truck that's got a good one.
And unfortunately, I don't like having this much stuff laying around. I really don't. But the problem is as anybody knows that plays with these much, if you need a couple trinkets, they're hard to find. So here I got this ugly yard full of crap that I don't like. I don't have to deal with hard to find because I walk out here and I find it every time.
Right.
So it's the price you pay to not have to fish in
Like
for
this.
parts.
When you need that one piece right there, I mean, it's hard. Any of these things, like,
And then a 76 highboy, as anybody knows, this is a 1.5 year front axle. It's a Dana 44 disc brake low pinion.
yep.
They only made them for 76 and early 77, and that's it. Just like that power steering right there. We all know that it's not very good, but if you choose to run that kind, it's hard to find because it's a Bendix power assist steering. The box is different, the pitman arm's different. I mean, I fortunately know these trucks pretty well. I've done this for a long time. Never will I act like I know everything, but I know quite a bit about them.
You were born at night, just not last night.
Well, I did it, like I say, back in the day, I dealt with these when you can walk in the Ford parts store and buy a brand new everything.
So, hindsight being 2020, if you knew how crazy these would have gotten, how many dealerships would you have cleared out of NOS parts?
Probably most of them.
Dang,
I mean, I used to buy...
That's a really nice dash pad.
It is, it's very nice. Believe it or not, look right here. This is another very nice one. This is a sad story. Probably everybody'd love to hear this story too.
Oh yeah.
That knows Kyle from Delfab. This poor truck I bought right here from the original owner that bought it brand new, of course. And wasn't a bad truck at all. I brought it home. As everybody that's into highboys knows, the front cross member is always smashed out of them. This one looked mint. So if you look in Kyle's amazingly nice 66 crew cab with a highboy frame, this one died to get his frame.
There you go.
So sad day for it, but there's that one.
Lives a longer life though.
Yeah. And then It continues this way. I even got into these lightly, these OBSs or OPS as I call them.
Good old
Here's
workhorse.
Old Faithful. This is like old trusty and crusty. It's rusty, but you can count on it no matter what. So it's kind of my favorite hauler.
And you've had a really crazy story. I don't know if we're going to talk about it, but
yeah, we
that
did.
thing's badass.
You know, it's been, I'm sure if anybody saw me on the Instagram, which I'm not good at, I posted me towing a crew cab on the, I try to post when I go out and tow stuff. These classics are fun to tow with a classic. I have a different tow rig, but I find myself driving this because it's just cool.
So what exactly is it?
It's just a beater 79 F250 4x.
460?
No, stock motor.
What's in it?
I think it's a 400.
Really?
I don't even know.
Nice. I like the
And it's just
Lariat
rough and
interior.
edgy. It's only a Ranger.
Oh, well, it's got nice
And
door panels.
it's just, the reason I call it crusty, just look up here, you'll see why I call it crusty. That's why it's crusty.
Oh yeah.
And it's like a pepper shaker when you
But
hit
it doesn't
bumps.
mean it's not a good truck.
It's great. I mean, you can count on this truck no matter what to get you where you want to go and back.
And we always need that truck, you know.
It's
Load
got-
the back full of dirt, need to do a load or move stuff around the yard.
Yeah, yeah, and it's got a, all-wheel disc brakes on it, which has been obviously added to the rear. Everything's rebuilt in the running gear, just the body. It looks good at a glance, not very good
Yeah,
otherwise.
It's a 20-footer,
Yeah, and
but
then
it's a good truck.
here's another one that came off the coast. I mean, we're kind of on the coast, but not where this came from. That's a low mileage truck, but look at it. Man, it's rusty. It's definitely bad.
Dang.
So, another donor truck. And then we lightly venture into one of the crew cabs. This
You
is
ever sell whole trucks? Like, let's say someone wants to buy this truck. Would you sell this truck?
yes.
Okay. So, like, what's this truck valued at to you? Like, let's say someone calls you up and says, I want this crew cab. How much?
$6,000.
$6,000. That's not a bad price.
But Solomon, this is a weird one. You're into all this stuff.
Okay.
If you look inside this truck, it's fully trimmed out as an XLT everywhere. Look at it. You know these trucks. XLT door panels,
Oh, yeah.
seats. But look at there.
Special, huh?
Have you ever saw that? I never have. And
I've
done
never
this for
seen that
years.
either.
Look at chrome trim around the headliner. The headliner obviously missing, but chrome trim. Color match visors with the chrome ends, which is XLT stuff or Ranger.
Yeah. And the seat itself is actually a really nice seat. It's not. That's not an original design.
Yeah, it's original from this
Really?
year. Yeah, it is.
I've not seen a lot of those.
Yeah, it's a 73. You know, 73 was kind of that
It was a wacky year.
conversion year where they did some weird stuff. I mean, quite possibly you'd almost see this material more in a bump side almost.
Yeah.
At the tail end of the bump sides. But yeah,
Someone
and
needs to buy this
it's
off
pretty
you.
solid. It's got the roof gutter rust without a doubt, but
Yeah, but it's really not that bad. It's very
no, it's
minimal.
not. This, I just am getting old. I can't fix all these,
You
or I'd
old?
never sell any of these trucks. I love them all. I mean, I really honestly do.
You're just 40 years older than, or 30 years older than me. Same thing. You just came to the realization you're actually not going to finish them.
I look at it like this. If I finished all these dream projects I got, I'd have to live to be around 200 years old. And I'm pretty certain that's not going to happen.
Probably won't.
But, you know.
Clint Eastwood's what, 93?
Now I'm picking and choosing a little bit more.
Hey, you got a lot
like
to
Clint
pick from.
Eastwood. Clint Eastwood's a whole breed of his own. He's
Oh,
an
yeah.
awesome guy. Another one of the OPSs. Donor truck. This one I believe is probably a chromatic. I haven't confirmed it, but it has every bit of evidence to be a chromatic.
Oh, really?
77. It's a 460 automatic.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's got the
Yeah.
whole freewheeling interior.
Yep.
Door panels are in good shape.
Oh yeah, the dash pad, everything in this truck's pretty nice. Except the driver's side door don't look very good right now.
Well, you might have a donor.
Yeah, I sure do, right? Got several of them. And then,
More crew cabs.
yeah, that's a 74. You know, obviously an F26 crew cab.
You got a
Highboy.
number in mind for this one? Everybody's always asking me for, you know, early year ones.
Yeah, this one would fit that emission problem that's in a couple states. It's got the Dana 60 low pinion drum brake because of the year, but I mean, honestly, yeah, I'd sell it, but I don't want to that bad. And if someone wanted it to be at least 10 grand.
That's not bad.
No, and that one don't have any roof, gutter, rust, or nothing. It's got a little bit of front floor, not bad, but a little bit. Pretty good truck. It's titled in my name, like a lot of these are. It's a good one.
More parts trucks.
73 XLT.
It's a straight truck, just rusty.
It's not that rusty.
Oh,
It is a little bit, but
yeah.
you know, this is an Eastern Washington truck, so where we live, that's good. If you look in here, it's actually better than you give it credit for. You don't realize it'd be that good, but it really is. But again, I mean, it's not worth fixing up to me. If I was gonna fix something up, it wouldn't be this one.
Another crew cab?
Yeah, that one, it actually belongs to my best friend. We actually purchased that truck from our unfortunate friend, Wes Nelson, that died from, that was his.
Came out of Wes's.
Yeah, we're all sad to know about that one.
Man,
That's
crazy.
sometimes what makes me think I might be that guy.
He was young, he was 51, 52.
I think he was a little older than that, but not much.
Okay.
But still, you know, I mean, you just don't know.
You don't?
You know, and that's the thing. For me, if I get rid of these trucks, honestly, it's a lot more about the home than the actual sale.
Right, I mean,
You know what I mean? Seriously.
not that you're a rich man, but the money doesn't really do anything for you.
It's not as important as getting a good home, because if they need a bad home or being just left laying around, they're doing a good job right here as it is right now, so I don't need to get rid of them. This is a 78 Lariat 460 automatic Dana 60 front that I picked up one day just because it had a Dana 60 in the front. Yet it was still a good truck.
Yeah.
Sometimes my hinging factor is the components. You know, Lariats are cool, as everybody knows.
Well, that's because you know what the value is of the parts also.
And I know
like you look at these trucks a lot different than a lot of people do. You're like, okay, well, that bed is worth $2 grand if it's in good shape. The hood is worth $500. The fender's worth $200. The axle's worth $1,000.
The blue one here, the blue two-tone blue one that now has a random bed on the back. You know, we're kind of close to the main road. A guy swung in and asked me if I had a nice bed for his truck, and I said, yeah, but they're expensive. He says, I don't care how much they cost, I just need a nice bed. So I showed him that bed, and he said, how much is it? And I said, you want the tailgate with it? And he said, yes. And I said, $2,500. He said, sold, I'll take it. He didn't hesitate. No, it was a long bed.
Yeah.
It looked spotless inside. It was a beautiful bed. I've got another one over here that's an amazingly nice bed.
You cannot take this truck apart.
It's getting taken apart.
Why? Is there no motor in it?
I sold the motor out of it.
Oh, the topper is so good.
You know why I bought that truck?
Why?
When we get in the shop, I have my yellow crew, and it's my weakness. I told you that. I told you, but I bought, that actually was the restart of this nightmare. It was the first truck I bought, Dentside, after I got out of them. I needed one hood hinge for it, and I didn't know where to find one, and this happened. Oh, be careful, don't open that door. It'll hook the fender, I don't want to bend it.
Gotcha.
The other one will open.
I thought it was like a wasp.
No, I don't
nest.
want to bend it right
Gotcha,
here.
I didn't pay attention, sorry.
That's okay.
Oof, ouch. That thing met the ass end of something.
This actually was sold out of Spokane area to go to, I think it was Germany or something. And the shipper did this to the front of it. And then we all know Chris Swenson, he ended up with it. And I told him I needed the bed and this and that for my crew cab. And so I bought it from him. Thankfully he sold it to me because it's
awesome,
a beautiful truck.
And it's the color you need.
It's a little off shade. Mine's a more pale yellow.
Okay,
but it's
but
still
close
okay.
enough.
Yeah, this one will open up. There you go. And this is honestly a very nice truck.
It is.
Very nice truck.
Really clean dash.
It was a 302.
I bet the seat's pretty
3
nice
on the
under
tree.
that. What kind of spiders are these? We see them everywhere.
Oh, they're annoying kind. I don't know what their name is, but they're just annoying.
Are you gonna leave the topper on it?
There's a good chance of it, yeah. It's got the back door in there.
Oh, no kidding.
So Chris, you know, he's a very clever fella. This tailgate, I got it loaded with junk, but this tailgate, as you can see, is a sweetheart. And it was not on the truck most of its life. And Chris laid the back door right here and put the tailgate on to bring it to me because he brought it to me.
Yeah.
To not damage the tailgate, which I very much appreciate.
It's crazy how the tailgate makes the whole truck purchase worth it.
You know, I mean, I'm a sucker for a nice tailgate.
Me too.
Isn't that funny?
It is funny. But the tailgates are so hard to find a good one. And the new ones aren't worth anything.
Well, the truth is every truck, or I shouldn't say every, most every truck bought back in the day was used for work. So if you use it for work, you ruin the tailgate immediately.
Right.
So if you ever find a nice tailgate, you feel like you were just won the lottery, sort of.
It's a gift
if you're into trucks.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, you give a crap about them.
Should we show them the second lot?
Sure. Which one? Yeah, we can
mosey our way through.
Whichever way you want to go.
So we're not showing you guys Kyle's stuff, but I'll give you a little glimpse. So we've been here before. You guys have probably seen these trucks. So here's the slick crew cab row. You might have a couple of them. I'll walk you through quick. So yeah, I'm not gonna get too deep into Kyle's stuff. This is Brian's video. Yeah.
Recently kind of got into these OBSs. This is a 1-ton single cab. I'm sure you know these are pretty rare. It's a 60 front axle. Another beater.
This is like a good little daily.
Copart.
Yeah?
825 bucks.
Heck yeah. Do you drive it at all?
I drive it all the time. Almost every single day.
I was gonna say, that one looks like the kind that I would probably be driving.
No, I drive it all the time everywhere. It's a 460 E4OD. It runs perfect. They put all that bank stuff, whatever that is, on the motor and tranny.
Nice.
It runs great. It's a great driver. Headers are on it.
Got the limo.
There's the old limo.
Ain't nothing
Getting ready for
there.
phase 2 or 3, whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah.
It's got a lot of miles on it on the trailer. We're going to try to change that.
Well, it looks like there's a donor next to it.
Yeah, running gear, we needed that. Here's a few more of my beaters right here. I don't know if we want to do those on the way back through.
Yeah, we'll show them on the way in.
Sure.
So the story of how you got this across the street, you got to kind of fill them in. Because, I mean, for me, it's the funniest thing ever. You got to do a condensed version of...
Okay, I'll do the quick version.
Yeah.
Some real annoying person lived here that was beyond annoying, and I don't deal with annoying well, so
It's more than annoying, like the worst kind, like hobo kinda, but...
Homeless, but thought he had a home. He just drug his camp trailer in here and forgot to take it away for 7 years. So he pissed me off for the last time, so I bought the property. And I had so much great pleasure in kicking his ass out of here. I'm telling you, it was almost the highlight of my life, close to it. And now I don't have him here anymore.
And you get to park your truck, so you had more space.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what do we got out front? We don't have to walk all the way over there.
That's Kyle's, not mine. I got me one of them F350 crew cabs, 460 auto, decent truck. Looks like shit from being dirty, but... And then, this damn lot right here has its goods and its bads. They come by to tell me about their truck they either want to sell.
Can we get in there?
Sure. Walk right in.
Perfect.
Security system,
I like
a
your
lot of
alarms.
people can't figure out how to use. This one came to me on the drive-by.
Super camper special.
Yeah. Drive-by, he pulled in and told me I had to get rid of it. He's moving to Arizona, so I bought that. This one I bought along with a few others in a group deal. I got one of them, you know what they are, 83, they call them something.
Bullnose.
It's actually a really nice truck, really nice, but the motor's bad, but I don't think they're worth much. It's a long bed.
Another one of them fangled crew cabs.
So this one's a weird one.
Okay.
I'm just testing to see how this lines up, but this is actually 1990 F350 crew cab chassis.
Really?
And I just set this stuff up there to see, just set it there just to see how things look.
Looks pretty good.
Well, it actually looks really good. The front body mounts aren't going to work.
Okay.
And a little bit of core support work.
Yeah.
And I think I'm good.
Nice.
It's going to be, they have Kingpin Dana 60s with crossover steering. This is Kyle.
Okay.
That highboy over there is me. That's a 77 highboy.
Nice.
And the rest is pretty much Kyle's collection.
lot of goodies in here. All right.
Yeah, this truck here, I mean, who knows what's going to happen with it. I wish someone would buy it for me and take it home and...
Yeah, I always love the Super Camper Specials. They're so wacky to me.
See, I don't like them. I never have.
Really?
I just don't like them.
They're just so stubby and
They're
strange.
different. And what's crazy about this truck is like the inside of the bed's amazingly straight.
Oh, for
it's
sure.
not all beat at all. It's a really good truck that I don't like.
Right. Yeah, it's funny how that happens.
Yeah. This was a guy came by and asked me if I needed another truck to add to the collection, and I answered my standard answer, no. So guess what?
You got it.
Here it is.
Yeah. Didn't work. Dang.
It worked. It worked. It worked actually very well, because when you tell them no, then suddenly they don't see cha-ching, cha-ching dollar signs. They see, oh, hope the guy will take it.
Yeah, you did him a favor. Well, I guess if you'll give it away.
Basically, he told me if I give him a scrap price for it, he'd sell it to me. So I said, all right. So I gave him a scrap price for it.
If you're twisting my arm, I guess.
And it runs and drives.
Of course it does.
Yeah. Yep.
So how long have you been here, like in this exact spot?
22 years.
Nice. So Kyle pretty much grew up right here.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, obviously Kyle's 34, so 12. He was 12. But we never, that's a duplex as part of the place. We never lived down here. So here's my dump truck by one day. Didn't realize it was half full of roofing. I towed it home with old crusty Reliable. The
Really?
Whitey. Yeah, from Spokane.
Wow. Dang, that thing smacked something hard.
Oh yeah. It actually still runs. It actually runs good. It's a FE.
It's hard to put them out their misery.
This is a 77 highboy once again. It's got a 429 in it.
Ooh.
C6. This one in here is kind of a sad deal. That's a 79 Explorer with 60,000 original miles.
Oh wow.
That's ridiculously nice. That actually had a carb fire, which took it out. It was a 302 C6 automatic.
Okay.
But it's a damn nice truck.
What's the plan with it?
You know me.
Just
part it
leaving
out.
it here.
Part it out.
Part it out.
That's what I do with most of them. Kyle gets mad at me for parting them all out.
Yeah, I mean,
But I part 'em out.
especially when they're this nice, perfect original paint.
The interior's choice. Well, the hood's burnt. And it's an Explorer. But the interior's that kind of dark red color. I don't know the real name
That
of it.
hood's not that bad. You can fix that.
No, I could fix about it.
Street machinery can blend that paint.
I don't care about it.
Yeah. Well, how much is it if somebody wants to buy it?
It's two parted out. I sold the bed.
Oh, it's already
The
sold.
motor's gone.
Gotcha.
But look at the interior.
Oh my gosh.
Had everything.
And I don't see this color often.
No, it's a weird, odd color.
Huh.
This was a very, really nice truck. Tilt wheel that's really tight and nice because it's 60,000 miles.
Yeah.
This
Still
is
got
mostly
the CB radio.
what my attraction when I bought the truck originally is I don't have a bunch of chrome for a crew cab donor truck. And then I got it home and realized, dang, this is a nice truck.
Yeah, it is.
And it just never evolved. But nice fenders and
I mean, even the hood's not bad. It's just
ruined.
Yeah.
Well, what's really wrong if you look, I've had this truck now a while and look,
Oh wow. Yeah.
from the fire ruined it.
Yeah, it took all the coating.
And it screwed up the paint a little there, but well, it's definitely dead. 50 way over there though that I call the rat truck has the same color hood that's actually nice. Yeah, and then I got
your pride and joy.
my pride and joy. Yep, that's
Originally
my
two-wheel
pride.
drive.
Yep, originally two-wheeler.
We're gonna do a whole what the truck on it, so we'll talk a lot about it. But let's give them like a quick little.
It's just been my baby.
And you actually drive it, even though
yeah.
it's
I
the
drive
nicest
it. Well,
77.
I've put 7,000 miles on it since I got it. I've had it 2.5 years.
Well, I'm sure you would never tow with it, right?
Tow with it? Yeah, I would never tow with it except my camp trailer, so I got a place to live. Not because it's
out of that 7,000, how many are towing? 4?
Probably half.
Yeah.
Probably half. As we know, we had a bad experience first time out of the gates with it, and that didn't go well, but since time, never had a problem with it. Everything's been good.
That's awesome.
After the conversion to 4x, I had a transmission issue, which was a tough one. Thank God for good friends and good people, and we got through it, but
it was a fun trip overall.
It was like making memories, and that's to me what most of this is about. The people you meet and the memories you make. And it's like a family of people more than friendship, you know? It's awesome.
Absolutely.
I really like that more than anything.
And now it's time for us to show them the shop. How should we start? I think
Whichever.
We can start this way and then we can end showing them your yellow truck.
Okay. So, I just recently moved back here to give Kyle more space for himself, so I cleaned this shop up. It's, again, it's always been my shop, for real.
And something that you didn't really mention, but how Kyle kind of got into all this is you're a heavy body man. Like, that's what you did for a long, long time.
I used to go and buy insurance totals, but they were trucks only, never cars. And I would rebuild them and sell them. You know, ones that weren't just wasted. Kyle grew up in my shop with no choice. His mother and I split when he was 2 years old. I didn't send him to daycare. This was daycare. So he either found something to do or he's bored off his butt, and he always found something to do. And now look, still doing the same thing. Just the cars got bigger he plays with now. The trucks. So he grew up with this. This is
still what you do. You still build trucks, and mostly wrecked trucks or trucks that really need a lot of like weird work.
I've kind of changed. I don't buy totals anymore per se. I try honestly to buy these old pickups that people have left for dead, that don't see the vision or have the energy, and I try to give them a life to a certain level again and pass them on to a good new home. And it really makes me happy to see them still on the road. I like to drive by and see one driving by me. It's fun.
So, with that said, you've got a lot of metal work you're getting done on this.
This came to us as one of our extremely good friends, and it was definitely a can of worms for sure.
So, tell them why. Like, you would assume most of the crew cabs are such good trucks, right?
I'm not the best at the details, so I'll do my best. This was a coach-built 65, I believe, crew.
I think it's a 64. But yeah.
4 or 5.
Yep.
And it was the heavy duty, so it's the high floor one. And they did a horrible job at a majority of what was done, especially with the roof area, plus several other problems. So we are darn near finally done putting it together to look actually like it should be instead of like it just was. The final stage is this roof, and let me tell you, it's not for the weak. It's really, really a big task, but it's coming along really well, and we're close to being done finally.
That's awesome.
And as you can see, if you take some shots of the contours of it, it definitely looks good too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously this is not part of what looks good. This is for mock-up. It needs a new piece made to be right. But the contours and the curvature of the roof, it's hard for people to get those.
Oh yeah.
And it's hard for me too, but it's still, I know how to do it.
What are you doing on this one?
This pickup happens to belong to a lady that brought it to me. It was her father's truck, and he's passed on, and it's sentimental to her, and she wants to use it and drive it again. So she is a smart lady but don't know how to work on pickups per se, which she shouldn't have to. And I'm helping her getting it back on the road so she can enjoy and drive her father's pickup.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I like that. To me, it's really something I like to do.
What about this beauty?
This one is one of Kyle's good friends, and I'm helping him do a kind of a bigger build on it. We've powder coated the frame. We've rebuilt all the axles and brakes and U-joints and drive lines, and putting a Coyote in it with a 10-speed automatic. It was a 4-speed truck, so converting to the automatic on the columns so it doesn't look like when you look at the truck, unless you open the hood, it'll still look original everywhere. Kind of a throwback to like how Kyle's done his blue pickup.
Very cool.
Yeah, and we elected on this one to go with the Willwood brakes and stuff, which Kyle likes to keep them more OE, but this is a good come up on this thing. And steely wheels are standard, you know. Now this belongs to one of Kyle's friends, and I'm telling you, everything he buys, I don't care what it is, you paint the wheels black. There's no other color for a wheel but black. He can buy a brand new 23 truck, he'll take it home and spray paint the wheels black. He'll buy a pedal car, put in his garage to stare at, paint the wheels black. It's black no matter what. It's kind of funny. But hey, that's his taste.
Yeah. And then you got a couple goodies. That's a nice tailgate.
That's an amazingly nice tailgate. That goes to the crew cab we're working on over here. And if you really want to get a taste of what the roof used to look like, just have a back up over there and take a picture from the other side. You won't even believe it. This is what people think is a really quality, nice job. We call that in our trade a sack of walnuts.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that nice? That's really nice.
Dang, I didn't realize you guys literally replaced the entire roof.
And the back of the cab too.
Wow. Yeah, holy cow.
It's been major.
What you got there?
That's a 76 highboy crew cab, of course. Factory Dana 60 disc brake, which is a pretty rare axle. But the truck's kind of a semi-survivor that someone has done something with the bed over the years. So I've rounded up a different bed, a really nice one.
Nice.
Yeah, and then here, this is kind of nice. These boxes here have the original Ford fenders in them.
Oh, NOS fenders?
NOS fenders from Dentside, left and right.
That's awesome.
Which
Are you going to use those on this project?
I think they're possibly end up over here, yes.
So this is the one, huh?
So that one there I brought home. That was getting me back into these Fords again. And I bought that one for 2 reasons. I wanted a crew cab and I wanted a yellow one. This is a throwback. I raced cars for years to my race car color. So that one's got pretty sentimental, like the red truck to me, even though it needs a lot of work. It was never rusty and crusty. It just needs put back together.
Right.
But yeah, it's my throwback to racing.
I love it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you finish it.
Yeah, I'm gonna paint on between the 2 doors. I'll have a good air guy, brush guy, put my race car picture right on the side right there.
That'll be really cool.
Yeah, because it's not getting sold.
Let everybody know again. So on Instagram is Brian Delfel. Give them your phone number so they know where to call you.
So I'm on Instagram as Brian Delfel, and my phone number is 425-877-0805.
Awesome, dude. Thank you so much for letting us kind of walk around, see all your cool
collection,
stuff.
we missed that.
Show
That's
me.
One of my.
We don't have to end it. I'm just like, how much more can we show them?
Well, I've got my tailgate collection, which I love tailgates. Kind of, we already talked about that out there. Pretty nice one, not very nice one. Medium, pretty nice, extremely nice takeoff when the truck was almost new. This one is a red one that's hecka nice. The yellow one's another takeoff when the truck was almost new. And the one you can't see back there in the box is NOS.
Still, always been in that box.
It's always been in the box.
Oh,
the label's in there where the handle goes with the Ford part number still on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. And then I think we've dredged through the majority of this sickness.
I think so.
Over here, several motors, obviously, which nowadays, I mean, I understand these old carbureted motors are kind of becoming a dinosaur for real.
They are.
And I get it. I mean, I really do.
There's just not a lot of people left that really want to tinker with it.
And for good reason, you know what I mean? They're temperamental and they're a pain in the ass, and that's why, you know, I'm old. In my day, if a vehicle made it to 100,000 miles, you felt like you knocked it out of the park, and nowadays 200,000-300,000, and it's because of fuel injection and all the refinements, and I get it. So when you're driving these old things that are temperamental and a pain in the ass, you don't want to drive them as much. So if you upgrade the running gear, then you love driving it again. So
Exactly.
I understand it, I really do. Even though I have a hard time switching over.
You still got a 460 in that bad boy, so.
But that's a low mileage truck.
Right.
So and it runs sweet. So there's
How many miles are on it?
49,000. It just turned to 49 original.
Dang.
It definitely shows it. I mean, if you look, and it's original paint. It's not restored, obviously.
Well, we need to go take this thing for a rip. So let's end up this video and we'll go do that on a What's the Truck.
Sounds good. All right.
So you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys haven't heard, I'm making a truck show. It's called Solo's Beach Bonanza. It's January 19th and 20th, 2024 in Key Largo, Florida. So if you guys can, head over to solosbeachbonanza.com, see a bunch more information on that. Back to this video though, if you liked it, smash the like button. Let me know in the comment section below what was your favorite thing out here, and we will see you in the next video.